All right, welcome, welcome. It is the last Monday of September. I don't know, man, time goes so fast. And there were 5 Mondays in September. Can you believe that? The first, 8th, 15th, 22nd, 29th. Here we go. So we have 48 hours to finish up the month. And we're super excited to share today. I know others will be joining us here in a little bit. Thanks for sharing your hot news and what fun things you did over the weekend. I always love hearing that. That's great. Now we all need to go find out what a sound bath is. Um, Lisa, you've got hot news and some highlights from the weekend. Do you want to kick off your hot news first?
Sure.
Great.
Okay, so just a reminder that to enroll for winter PCP, that October 1st is the deadline. So don't let your customers miss out on a valuable sample and sneak peek at the next product launch. So what's Wednesday's October 1st, last day.
Yes.
Um, Time is ticking. Register by October 3rd at midnight to participate in person or virtually in the 21st annual MK 5K on October 4th. And next is capturing the magic. If you want to spice up your fall holiday product promotion and get cozy using social media, get inspired by the fall holiday social media playbook to promote gift ideas and get a head start on the holiday gifting list. Stay consistent with the Power Up and Grow Selling Challenge month-end reminder. This is the last chance to qualify for the second challenge timeframe. Finish September with 600 or more in wholesale Section 1 products, then complete the same requirements in October to unlock your reward. So then for news, the My Business resource has been redesigned to help you manage your Mary Kay business more efficiently. There is a tutorial that you can click on to learn more about that. There's information on hold orders that if your sales director has placed an order on hold for you, you'll notice a few changes with on hold orders to make the process more intuitive. And I guess, again, there is a video tutorial to look at for that. And then a reminder that all online on-hold orders, as well as independent beauty consultant agreements, must be processed with payment no later than 11:59 p.m. Central Time on the last day of the month, September 30th. And then for us, there's extended hours, September 30th, from 6 p.m. to 11:59 p.m. So there would be assistance with online orders, Mary Kay In Touch issues, and any month-end questions. And then the Chroma Fusion Rogue Rose Blush. Maintaining superior product quality is a top priority at Mary Kay, and we remain committed to delivering only the best to you and your customers, Mary Kay says. The most recently produced units of the Mary Kay Chroma Fusion Rogue Rose Blush are not delivering the expected shade and intensity. To uphold the high standards you rely on, we are temporarily pausing sales of this product while we work to correct the shade. They are moving as quickly as possible to resolve the issue, but it will likely take several months. They appreciate our patience and they apologize for any inconvenience this may cause, and they will notify us as soon as a new on-sale date is confirmed. And that's all the news.
Rogue Rose. That is a beautiful shade. Okay, thank you, Lisa. That's great. Very, very good. It's so helpful because I missed that in the news. Anybody else miss that in the news? Thank you. I appreciate that, Lisa. That's awesome. Okay, so I just want to do a shout out. And yes, thank you, Lisa, for the reminder about the winter PCP. That's important. We have Janet Pernsteiner, Janet Quinlan, Sally Kistner, Chris Hansen, Lisa Cloud, Sherry Murtis, and Taylor White that have already done the preferred customer program. Stephanie and Lisa, you're probably already done, knowing you two.
Yes.
Yes, good deal. Fantastic. And so make sure that you're registered. I know that enrolled, there are several of you that I know normally do this. So I'll reach out to those that maybe have forgotten or, is catching up to you because September's the busy month. But we're super excited to be able to keep our customers informed. And we talked about this at length this weekend too with Connie, which is great. Christy, welcome. So glad that you're there. She's joining us. Away from home while her daughter's in an appointment. Christy, thank you for joining us. All right. Then we had a consistency club challenge for July, August, and September. When you qualify by placing a 225 wholesale order or more, there will be a mystery date. And so I'm super excited about doing this with you. Lisa and Steffi, please let me know if you did this as well, because I can't see your reports. So 225, July, August, September. Katie Elmer, Sally Kistner, myself, and Janet Quinlan are on target. And you'll want to make sure that you do that in addition in September if you haven't already, so that you can be a part of this consistency club and fun surprise. So send me a message if that also pertains to you, Lisa and Steffi. All right. So, I would love your feedback. Who's gotten the new fall holiday products in? Who's got them all in yet? Great. Coming? Yeah. Okay. And Heather gets to play with them in the office. So, okay, very fun. We have been playing. It's been super fun. I've hosted some of you in the studio too. Um, Tell me your favorites. What do you think your favorites are? I'm just super excited to hear. Now you've gotten to play a little bit. We've got the retinol, the 0.3 retinol. We've got the multi-benefit concealer, the new under eye corrector, the gel cream blush, the silkening dry oil, and or the Confidently You perfume, the eyeshadow palettes, and the tinted lip balms. Tell me what you like.
I have not actually played around with any of the glamour items. The order came in and I barely have it unpacked,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but I went and made sure I grabbed myself an under eye corrector. I'm excited about that being creamier.
Yes.
So
Good. Very good. You were in the studio. Lisa's so smart. She compared our current under eye corrector with the new light peach under eye corrector, and it was the same shade, just
yeah,
creamier. Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Thanks, Lisa. Have fun playing. Have fun playing with everything, which is great. Yeah. Steffi, how about you? What did you enjoy most? What are you playing with?
Well, the only thing I tried so far is the tinted lip balm,
Ooh,
and I used the coral, and I really like the coral.
good. It's really just shiny and pretty, isn't it?
Yes, yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Does
love
it continue to have, sorry, I feel like I'm cutting in sometimes with on a phone, you know how there's always that delay.
Yeah, all good.
On that coral, does it look orangey or does it have kind of a pinkish orange tone?
I think it's more pinkish than really coral.
Okay, cool.
hmm I think it depends, don't you think, on what your lip color looks like, right? You know,
Yes,
like if your lips have a lot of natural color, the biggest thing I've noticed on lots of people trying it is that it just looks shiny and pretty,
yeah,
like a lip balm. Not a lot of color. It's very subtle, don't you think, Steffi?
yes, yeah. And I have to say, years ago, we had, I don't remember anymore what it was, but we had another really corally lipstick.
Mm-hmm.
And I put it on for one of the events where I went, and everybody saying, "Your lips are so beautiful." And I thought, and I said, "Well, I have that
Yeah.
whatever coral it was." And they
Mm-hmm.
said, "Doesn't look good on anybody, but it looks really good on you."
Aw, that was sweet.
Yeah,
That was sweet. I love the tinted lip balms. It's been a while since we had them,
yeah.
as well as the cream cheek colors. Yeah, they're really fun to play with. Very good, very good. I am wearing the kind of the cool palette. The inner glow is the warm one. The outer glow is the one I'm wearing. The inner fire, sorry. I'm doing the outer glow mostly. I have that on again today. I'm absolutely loving those shades, which is great. I really like the Silkening Dry Oil. Smells amazing. The fragrance is a little strong for me, but the Silkening Dry Oil I can totally wear. I love that. The Confidently You perfume I'm talking about. The gel cream blush, I actually have passion fruit on today. Probably can't even see it that much, but just a little dab will do you, and it's so nice. I love it. All four shades have gone out of the office. Very, very pretty. The concealers, everybody loves them. They feel great. They're much creamier, um, and great to conceal redness or darkness under the eye. I love that. Um, oh, and the retinol. The retinol's been great. It's been really nice. I'm targeting my laugh lines because I like to laugh a lot. So I'm like, I gotta nail those. Yeah, so very fun. Welcome, Janet. Glad you're here. Drive safe. Okay, very good. Well, we had a fantastic weekend. So much fun to be able to be here and to see Connie Kittson, National Sales Director Emeriti. This is Kristen Sharp's mom. Connie is 72. I was telling Heather earlier, she does not look anywhere near that. Wouldn't you agree, Lisa? Looks
Yeah.
super young. And the company paid for her to come from Georgia. She had 3 flights up, 3 flights back. And what a joy to be able to spend time with her. So my time with her started on Friday at noon with a director meeting and pictures. And then there was a Friday night dinner that Star Consultants could attend, or if you had a qualified team member. And then Saturday was our recognition right at the get-go. And then a workshop the rest of the day with her. It was amazing. It was really good. So I asked Lisa to share some highlights, because we both have oodles of pages of notes because she's just so practical. One of the highlights for me was just her insights, not only money management for directors, but also consultants, which was super good. But then she also went into detail about Kristen's skincare class. So even though Connie's retired, she is very much in the field because she lives so much with Kristen that she hears her calls. She helps watch the baby, who's about Cooper's age, our grandson. I think Lily is 15 months. And so she helps a lot with that and Luke and picking them up and all the things. But she said she has people there all the time. So it's really fun to see. She has a very clear pulse on a lot of things and new things coming as well. So Lisa, share whatever you'd like to share about our time with Connie.
Hey, can't hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
All right. Just some of the things that she said that just, kind of like a little aha thing, just a good reminder is you will have 5 times more greater sales if you call and follow up with your customers on PCP mailing. So sometimes it's just easy to let that slide by, or you maybe don't get a hold of everybody. So,
Mhm.
hey, who doesn't want 5 times greater sales?
Mhm.
I like this statement. I think I have this written down correctly that she said, Mary Kay Ash said, far too many people are going nowhere and we're getting there. We're actually getting nowhere. I liked that one.
Yeah. That's some good Mary Kay isms. Yeah.
Like, she said to ask ourselves, are we busy or productive? Do we react or do I respond? Am I doing the urgent or the important?
Mhm.
So in goal setting, it's action, action, action.
Mhm.
I did enjoy watching Kristen Sharp's class, so I'm looking forward to rewatching that and having access to her board
Yeah.
to check out all of that information.
Yes. So good.
And
Fully
in
charged.
Kristen's class where she talked about making sure waiting closer to the end for referrals once they know, kind of have gotten to know you and are comfortable with you. And I loved her suggestion with the 12 days of Christmas box to use that for people. If they give you 10 referrals, they get to pick one of the boxes out of there. And if they give you 20, they get 2 boxes. So I
Mhm.
thought that was a cool idea.
Mhm. That's very good. Those beautiful 12 days boxes. Yes.
And then back to Connie saying, don't wish it were easier, wish I were better.
Mhm. 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 Mhm.
Oh, and then her comment too, I feel like somebody's at the door. Of life is like a grindstone, depending on how you position yourself, it can either polish you or crush you.
Ooh,
So,
that's
yeah.
good. Mhm. Mhm.
And then when she said, when you think a person or situation is hopeless, you are slamming the door in the face of God. It's possible.
Mhm.
I feel like I think that's pretty much my things that really stuck out at me.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. Yeah, I think one of the biggest nuggets was the skincare class video that she shared with us and all the resources, which was a huge flip chart, all her documents, all her supporting documents. She shared it with everyone. It was really fantastic. Yeah. Um, she also talked about the DISC, which is just an inventory that people take. And the DISC was very, very helpful. It's a very simple questionnaire. There's no right or wrong. Steffi, you've heard me talk about it a long time. Lisa, you've taken it many times. Janet, you've probably heard me talk about it. A lot of companies use a DISC, not just Mary Kay. And so I think it's really cool because it actually just helps you know what your behavioral style is, what your tendencies are, how to work with your business, your team, your customers. But she also talked about how it would be a benefit to know what your husband is or your kids are or that kind of thing. So I was thinking about some of that stuff while she was talking. Like the strengths of each, behavioral style, and then some questions, that might be helpful and how you would match things. So for example, if someone is what she would call a high I, like if your answers, again, no right or wrong, would help you determine that you're a high I, then you would maybe not be detail oriented, most likely. You work from your gut and your heart. You're optimistic, sometimes unrealistic. She needs to talk, let her talk. She loves the recognition, would want to know all about seminar and the fun and the girlfriend time and the outings and those kind of things. She loves to be congratulated. She might get off track and might even be a little disorganized because she's all about people, not her desk. She's very enthusiastic and creative. Needs to see in her mind how her business could grow. I thought that was a good statement. Needs to stay focused. Loves compliments. S personality. This is me. So I wrote stuff down about this. This is someone who's kind of steady, slower paced. I don't know if that fits, but that was what she put down. You're slower paced than a D, that's for sure. Calm atmosphere is best. High energy people exhaust them. Be patient when drawing out their goals, present ideas in a non-threatening manner, reassure her that her actions will not change her situation with her family. She would think in the terms of like, how will what I'm doing affect my family now and in the future? It's all about her family. They need access to resources and support. Training needs to be step by step, friendly encouragement, tips at the meeting, and loves to help you, loves to feel needed. So those are just some great examples and just so many pages of notes. And again, asking your friends, asking your best friend, your husband, your kids, what their behavioral style is. And again, D is dominant. They like a challenge, problem solver, will take the lead, power and authority. They're more direct. I is influential, more group activities, happy setting, um, love to talk through how they feel. Steadfast is S, the one I just described, consistent, patient, calming, family oriented. And then C is conscientious, a lot of details, very thorough, um, very accurate, and would have some why questions. Another thing she talked about was communication through the generations. That was so helpful. Baby boomers, Gen Zs, millennials, Gen Xs, Gen Alpha, which is the 2013 to 2024 age group, and just talking about what their social media preferences would be most likely. And I just think that's really cool. Very, very helpful. And some of these resources were from Kristen, which is great. Then she talked a lot about head stuff. It's not, you would think that in a workshop or a 2-day event that we would spend a lot of time, talking about product knowledge and talking about skills. And that's what we did with Kristen Sharp's class. Wouldn't you agree, Lisa? That was kind of our how-to nuggets, and that was a couple hours. Um, I think that was very helpful, but also the head stuff. What do you think, Lisa?
Yep, right. Connie's stuff was more about straightening things out up here.
Yeah, yeah. And one of the things that she said it both days. She said it in the director class and she also said it in the consultant class. And I wrote it down. I was like, wow. And you may want to write this down too. She said, we have 56,000 to 66,000 thoughts a day. 56,000 to 66,000 thoughts a day. If they go unchecked, 90% of them can be negative. So that's really important. She said 80% of the thoughts from yesterday were thinking again today. Boy, that's probably true. Like things I was trying to figure out or ponder or, think about for the weekend or just heavy things, maybe you might be rethinking about again today. So she said things like, is this thought helping or hindering me? Is this thought helping or hindering me? She said, what's going on in your inner world is reflected in your outer world. 7% of what we communicate with others is through our words, 7% through our words. 38% of what we communicate with others is our tone, our pitch, and our pace. 38% of what we communicate with others is our tone, pitch, and pace. And then 55% of what we communicate with others is our physiology. So when you hear someone say, oh my gosh, I'm so stressed. I'm so stressed out. I'm so nervous. How does that make you feel? They tend to feel overwhelmed when you listen to someone say how they are overwhelmed themselves, right? And so even something like, I don't feel good. If you keep saying, I don't feel good, I don't feel good, or I can't do that. Trying to think of all the things that I would tend to say. I'm not sure I can do that. I can't do that. Or how will I do that? Those kind of things, your brain takes those messages in and stores them and acts on them as if those are true, even if they're not true. So 85% of this business is mental, 15% skill. That's kind of powerful. 85% of this business is mental, 15% skill. She said, spend most of your time getting your head right. Learn the art of self-coaching. This is huge for her. She has taken self-coaching classes for decades. Her sister is president of the DSWA. It's like a coaching business. She lives in Hawaii, on Oahu, and she does this virtually through Zoom all the time. And so she said, learn the art of self-coaching. Again, your brain stores messages, it doesn't know what's true and what's not true, good or bad, positive or negative. It just takes the messages in and stores them and then acts on them as if they were true. So what programs have you stored in your memory about yourself? They direct our lives for us. So she said, some ideas on coaching yourself and skills to perform your very best. Ask yourself quality questions to get quality answers so that you can guide yourself personally and professionally. So she doesn't say run out and get a counselor all the time. And maybe we need to do that too. I've done that at different times in my life. But she said self-awareness leads to self-reflection. And then you can really focus on which of these messages are helping or hurting you. Okay. There's an African proverb, when there is no enemy within, the enemies outside you cannot harm you. When there is no enemy within, the enemies outside you can harm you. We as women can be as high as a kite and as low as a skunk. Would you agree? We can. And it's tough sometimes to get things going. So she actually had us draw a circle, and at the top were the circumstances. At the top of the circle, and if you want to draw it, you can. I'll walk you through it. So circumstances at the top, and then draw an arrow down to like 3 o'clock, and that's our thoughts. So something happens, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock to 3 o'clock is our thoughts about the event, something that happened. And then about 4 o'clock, put feelings. Your thoughts create your feelings. And then we're going to swing around to like 7 o'clock, which is actions. So your thoughts create your feelings, which lead to your actions. And then about 10 o'clock are your results. And you get the results from your actions. So if this thought is not serving me, can you see where your thoughts, all of a sudden your feelings, rotate around and go to your actions and your results? Can you see how we get into a pattern that's not helpful? And I'm talking to myself just as much because she was talking this was an evening class, but this was very much what she talked about with directors too. So your skill then is to ask yourself quality questions and to self-coach yourself to get your head right. So if your thoughts create your feelings, which lead to your actions, and then you get the results from those actions, once you want to try to have positive thoughts there, or at least catch yourself, right? Reality is we're going to have thoughts. We're going to have thoughts that maybe don't serve us well. But can I self-coach? So here's an example of some of the quality questions, and then I'll wrap up with this because it's already 1 o'clock. I don't know how time goes so fast. I have an abundance of possibilities that I get to prioritize. Now, when would you say that? When your schedule's looking a little nuts, right? If you are feeling busy beyond belief, I have an abundance of possibilities that I get to prioritize. She also said, she doesn't say busy. She says, I have a very full life. I have an abundance of possibilities I get to prioritize. What can I do to maximize this moment? That's another good question. What can I do to maximize this moment? What will give me the greatest return on investment of time today? So if your time is feeling squished and you're like, I'm not sure where to start, you might want to think about your greatest return on investment. Businesses talk about that all the time, but your biggest return on investment is time, right? We can never get that back. So what would be your greatest return of an investment on time? Whose life can I impact today? That's a great one. Whose life can I impact today? How can I make an impact today? I have a full life. We talked about that instead of saying busy or overwhelmed. What we focus on, we get more of. So if you focus on not feeling well, busy schedule, this, and this isn't going right, then that's what you'll get more of. So she said, how can we overcome our circumstances? That's an example to our husband, our kids, our grandkids. They're watching and listening to every single thing. So you'll always get a more beautiful answer with a more beautiful question. And she talked about, I have pages of questions, which I thought was great. And then she talked about how to look great on stage, because that's a big deal to Connie. Mary Kay taught her all that. How do you look thinner on stage? How do you how do you take a great picture and look thinner? She did all that with us. It was so fun. We had a great time. So questions on anything I covered. I'd love to share more with you one-on-one. Thanks, Lisa, for your notes and sharing your notes. That was super. Very, very good. Awesome. Janet, how are you doing 2 weeks out from wedding?
We're getting there.
How exciting. How
Yeah,
exciting.
yeah.
That's great. That's
We're just
great.
kind of finishing up the odds and ends.
Yeah. Janet's
Yeah.
youngest son is getting married in a couple weeks. How exciting. Yeah, very cool. 12 days. Who's counting, right?
Right, exactly.
Oh, well, I appreciate you guys so much. Each of you are important. It means the world to me to have you on and supporting one another, which is great. Don't forget 48 hours and the month ends. Really more like 40 hours now. So be sure to get the fall holiday items, the limited edition, especially when they're gone, they're gone. And so any holiday gifts that you want, not only for yourself, but also your own personal gift giving, and then of course your customers. I sent out that email or the text that said, hey, here's a video. Will you give me your opinion? 15% off the new items. If there's anything that you happen to like, but otherwise just give me your opinion so I know what to stock. I probably had 30, 35 people watch that. I lost track, but I don't know, Heather, how many orders? A lot. A lot of people got 15% off the new stuff. More went out today. So it's a great little script and it's easy. And someone already did the video. So check your email from last week if you'd like to send that out.
Is that Allie's?
This is not Allie's. This one was Emily Schutte. She just did a quick little video on it. Yeah, I'll find the script in the video and I'll post it in our Voxer. Does everybody see that? I can put it in
I,
there. Yeah.
did
Okay.
you say you had emailed that out last week?
I
Oh,
emailed it
you
out.
to your customers.
Well,
Or did you
I
send it to us?
I emailed to you guys so you would see, at least you should see that.
I'll have to go
It
look.
was my October calendar.
Okay.
What else was in there? There was like 5 things that were in there, but I did post the script. Let me know if you can't find it. I'll try to post it so that way you guys can see it because it was super helpful. It worked really well. And it's not too late to do it at all. Don't forget preferred customer, get that in. Deadline is the 1st at midnight. And then get all your limited edition items for yourself because once they're gone, they're gone. All right. Anybody have a close? Anything you want to share? Okay. Well, I appreciate you guys being here. Enjoy the rest of your day and let me know if we can connect one-on-one. All right. See you.
Thanks, Jane.
See
Okay,
ya.
bye-bye.
Okay, bye guys. See ya.
Thanks. Bye.
See
Thank you,
ya.
bye.